Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing a tier list on the best game passes you should get in Project Slayers. This is going to be ranking them from what you probably should get and a must have, and some that are pretty useless that obviously if you got the money you can get them, but you don't have to because they are not really a necessity. Okay, so we're here on tier list maker and we've got all the game passes along here, so we're going to go through them all, probably starting with the ones that are a bit like dependent on certain things. So let's get straight into it. So the first one is crow customization. I'm going to shove that into B, just because B is like really dependent here, because crow customization is only useful if you are a slayer. If you are a demon, it's completely useless as it allows you to customize your crow. Now 600 Robux for some customization is quite pricey, but obviously if you want to go for it you can. I would only recommend going for it as again if you are a slayer. If you are a slayer and you fancy customizing your crow out, then you can get it. That's why it is in the dependent tier. Now once again into the dependent tier we're going to put gourd durability. This allows you to see your gourd durability. I've got this one because I was a slayer at some point in time. I don't really know how it works. You can just see how long your gourd's got left to break. It is only 50 Robux, so it is very cheap. So if you are a slayer, I would definitely recommend getting this, because if you go on your phone you can buy I think 80 Robux at a time for about 90p, about $1 maybe. So if you go onto your phone you can just easily buy a little amount of Robux just to buy this game pass if you so want it. However, if you are a demon I would not recommend getting it. However, if you are a slayer it's only 50 Robux, you might as well buy it. Now the next one we are shoving in the dependent tier is disable or enable the slayer core outfit. This basically gives you some commands to enable the top, disable the top, enable the bottoms, or disable the bottoms. Now whether I would recommend going for it or not is a completely different thing. It is 200 Robux, so it is a bit on the cheaper side. However, you are just getting rid of just an outfit basically. I don't mind the Demon Slayer core outfit, but obviously some other people might. So if you're the ones that hate it and you can't stand it, then buy it. However, if you are a demon, do not buy it because it does nothing for you. Now the next one we are going to shove in the S tier, which is a must-have. Set spawn anywhere game pass. Now it is 700 Robux, so it is a bit expensive, I guess. Yeah, what this does is it gives you a command. I have this game pass and it is very useful, especially if you can't solo bosses. It allows you to disable it, so that makes it so if you do //set or just /set, it won't work. And if you enable it, if you do /set, it will work. /status tells you if it's enabled or disabled, and /set just sets your spawn absolutely anywhere. So you can set your spawn next to a boss, or say you're fighting Doma and you die to Doma, you can do /set before you respawn, and you will spawn right next to him, and you can continue on fighting. It is really useful, especially if you're fighting a demon boss and they regenerate really quickly. So if your spawn is set wherever the closest spawn is and you have to run back there, they could be on max health already, depending on how far you have to run, which is why I really recommend it as a game pass, and I think it is a must-have for anyone who plays this game. Next, we're going to go on to the private servers. I'm going to shove this in useful. Now, you might be thinking, why don't you shove it in a must-have? Because it isn't really a must-have. You can easily play the game without a private server. Now, if you do want a private server, just join my Discord, and there is one in the Project Slayers private server channel. Join that and you'll be able to get a free private server. Private servers are useful because they are very useful. I probably wouldn't be playing this game without one because I would probably just be getting ambushed by a bunch of people. However, there are ways to get them for free. Project Slayers have just mentioned as well that if you are selling your private server for in-game items or anything, that can get you banned, so you can't really do that anymore. However, if you've got the money lying around, you want to serve it to yourself to farm bosses, to do whatever in, then definitely buy it. It's definitely worth it. Next, we're going to be doing the Muzon Spawn. We're going to be shoving that into useful, because this is only useful really your first time playing through the game. However, if you say you start off as a demon, you then want to go to Slayer, but then you want to go back to a demon, it is also useful. This basically allows you to see where Muzon spawns. If you've played games like GPO or any One Piece game with the fruit notifier, it basically just works like that. Just it tells you when a Muzon is instead of you having to go to each of the spawn locations. It's useful, sure. It's definitely useful. However, Muzon does only have set spawn locations, so once you know all of them, if you find a video of where he can spawn, then it is pretty much useless. Now next we've got the total concentration and the demon progression viewer. I'm going to put it in a must-have. Yeah, this game pass basically allows you to, in-game, you can view your total concentration, how far away you are from the next level, and how far away you are from having it maxed. And as a demon, it allows you to see how close you are to that level. And it is very useful, because without it you can't see how close you are to leveling up. Now, I don't think locking this behind a paywall is very good whatsoever. I don't think this game pass should exist, at least. However, it is only 200 Robux. It isn't that expensive. I personally have this game pass and it is very useful. I don't know what I'd do without it, to be honest, because you wouldn't be able to see your progress. So I'll definitely recommend getting it. Next, we're going to go do the skip spin game pass. Now, I'm going to shove this in useful straight off the bat. Now, it is only 150 Robux. Say, for example, you have 400 clan spins saved up and you want to spin for that Supreme clan, that Kamado, that Rengoku, that Uzui clan, whatever. You can then use this game pass and you can press the the spin button again, and it goes by super quickly, and it gets it done so much quicker, which is why I'd highly recommend it. It is only 150 Robux, so it isn't on the expensive side whatsoever, and it is very useful, so I would highly recommend it if you have a lot of spin saved up. Now let's go on to a fairly newer game pass, the extra equipment slots. I'm going to shove this into Depends. It gives you an extra 3 stats for the it gives you an extra 3 slots for the equipment stat system. Basically, in the mini update, they came out with like a build kind of system where you could save your loadouts. So if you wanted a loadout for high damage, a loadout for max HP, a loadout for max drop rate, stuff like that. They basically added that game pass so you could have an extra 3 slots instead of the normal 2 you get. It is only 150, so it is quite cheap. However, I'm shoving this in Depends because even though you can use this as both Demon and a Slayer, it really depends on whether you like making builds and whether you need it. Because 2 for me is enough. I don't even swap between outfits that much with the stats and stuff. So I personally wouldn't recommend it. However, it is independent because if you do feel like you need more like builds to be made, then you can go for it. Now we're going to move on to more character slots. I'm going to shove that into not necessary, and the reason for that is because I mean, you can make infinite Roblox accounts, and it is also 800 Robux, which is a bit pricey for 2 extra character slots. Obviously, this is useful because obviously it's all lined under one account. If you've bought game passes on like your main account and you buy this game pass, all those game passes will be used on there. So say you bought the Set Spawn Anywhere game pass, you would then be able to use that on all your accounts you made on this same account. If you do make an alternate Roblox account, like I do, I have multiple Roblox accounts, then you can just join the game easily for free. You don't have to spend 800 Robux just to start again. Now these final 4 here, the more facial accessories, the more eyes, the emote pack, and the emote pack number 2, I'm going to shove them all into useless, just because they are all cosmetic, basically. The more facial accessories allows you to have more stuff to be put onto your face. The more eyes options gives you basically extra eyes, like it says. The emote pack and the emote pack 2 is what they say. They give you emotes. I have the emote pack number 1. I do not have the emote pack number 2. However, I am tempted to buy emote pack number 2 just because it is quite funny. But yeah, these are all the emotes that you can use with the emote pack number 1. Drizzy, laugh, cry, funk, sleep, T-pose, spin, sit, spit, lean, and helicopter. And emote pack number 2, you get a sturdy, the whip, the floss, L dance, I guess that's basically take the L, the gritty, and the bring it around dance. So these are all just meme dance basically, and same in here. So yeah, they just give you emotes, which is why I'm putting them in useless, just because they're all cosmetic. They do not do anything whatsoever to your actual gameplay. Now that's the end of this tier list. This is my full tier list with all these game passes from Project Slayers. So if you got some Robux lying around and you were wondering what game passes to buy, these are the ones you should probably prioritize. Hope you enjoyed, hope this helped. If it did, be sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord down below in the description. At the minute you are watching this video, there should be a polar bottom giveaway happening, so if you go join that, you'll be in with a chance of winning the polar bottoms. Anyway, yeah, see ya.